What's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Santo G, back at it. You already know, spreading unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all. And today, I had a different one for you guys. This one is one that I got from the comments. Shout out Real Talk with Armin. You know what I'm saying? He's the one, he asked me, he's like, hey man, I'm an Armenian myself, and I want to know, have you done time with any Armenians? You know what I mean? What's your take on them? You know what I'm saying? What do you think from reacting with all the Armenians that you met? And for those of you who are new, are not aware with the prison politics and how it goes down, if you're Armenian, you off tops, you a homie. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna ride Southside. You know what I'm saying? So, pretty much, I've ran into a nice handful of Armenians, and all I can say is that they're with the business. They always got money. They're always with the business. A lot of them are crazy, man. If you think the raza, like the Salvadorians, and you know what I mean, how they say that the Salvadorian ladies have a temper, you know what I'm saying? The Armenians, man, hey, them fools are crazy and they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'm gonna call it like it is. They do not care. They are with the business. The first Armenian that I interacted with was the homie Violent, like violent, someone's violent. The homie Violent from AP. I was with him for 2 years in Unit Y in Silmar. He's actually the one that left me my phone in Silmar. No one there had a phone, you know what I'm saying? It was unheard of. I didn't even know he had it. The whole time I was there with him, I didn't even know he had a phone. Till right before he was going to YA, and I used to always have Bud. Anybody that knows me from Silmar, Unit Y, they know my name because I was the Bud man. I always had Bud. So he pretty much, we made a deal. I gave him a half ounce of some stress, and he gave me the phone. And he would still call me too from YA. Whenever he would get his calls, he knew the number because it was his phone. But he'll call me. I'll be talking to all the homies that I was with in Silmar, but had left to YA. You know what I mean? Shout out the homie Cocotas from Blythe. Shout out Vago from Blythe. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the homie Shaggy from AK Locals. Shout out the homie Necio from Sanfed. He was actually from Two-Time Locals, a tagging crew in Sanfed. And then later on in YA, he got put onto the Barrio Sanfed. And when I got to Chino, he actually had the prison, you know what I'm saying? He had the reception center when I got there. So shout out to the homie Necio. I don't know if it's Big Necio or Little Necio from Sanfed. He actually used to be from Two-Time Locals. So any of the homies, the homie always tapping in from Sanfed, I'm pretty sure you heard of Two-Time Locals and probably the homie Necio, you know what I mean? He had anywhere from like 20 to 30 years, you know? He had a good little stretch. But the first time that I was with the homie from Op-Ed was with the homie Violent, little stocky bully with the business. Another homie that I ran into when I was there was the homie Clever from Op-Ed. All my Op-Eds tap in. Real Talk with Armin, I don't know how close you are with the Op-Ed community, but let me know if you know about this story. It was Little Clever from Op-Ed. From my understanding, because I was there with him, when he was fighting it and all that, he got washed up for this. Honestly, he got like 50 to life for this. But he was hitting up, little youngster, like 14, 15, 16. He was tagging on an apartment building. And I don't know if it was the manager or somebody came out and they told him something. And homeboy just, boop. He smoked him. Whoever was disrupting him, trying to tell him to stop tagging, he said, what? Boop. Ended up getting washed up for it. You know what I mean? Shout out my boy Violent from Op-Ed. I know he ended up signing a deal for 8 years, the homie Violent, so he should be out. If he's out, man, I would love to get in contact with the homie again. But I know he was they were trying to deport him, you know what I'm saying? I know he was a little bit worried because they were trying to deport him. Shout out the homie Little Clever. And I was also with Spider in the county. Older cat, he had the campon tatted right here on his ring finger. Sureño, you know what I mean? He wasn't just Southside, my boy was straight Sureño. And if you guys don't know what that means, Sureño is pretty much a frontline soldier. It means anything comes up, you have your hand raised. You know what I mean? You ready and willing to put in work. A Southsider is just somebody that's with the cause. You're riding with the homies. You know what I mean? But a Sureño is a frontline soldier. You know what I mean? You can't say no. You call yourself a Sureño. Anything comes up, you gotta be first to take off. That's the difference between a Southsider and a Sureño. So if anyone that's ever wondered about that, what's the difference between a Southsider and a Sureño? A Southsider is somebody that's just there. You're gonna participate in any like riots and stuff like that. You got the homies back. You know what I'm saying? But that's just that. You know what I mean? You're there. You're doing your time, and you're ready to go home. A Sureño, if you consider yourself a Sureño, that means that anything that comes, you know they could call upon you. That's why whenever the RC, if you put Southside or SUR means they could count on you whenever anything comes up. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's ever wondered that. But I ran into my boy Spider, and first thing I seen the campon. Anyone you see with a campon off tops, they're a Sureño. You know what I mean? So if you out here and you thinking you're gonna get a campon, when you go in there, just know with that campon, you're gonna be first up to bat. So ran into my boy Spider in the county. He was with the business too, you know, a little knucklehead. I know he had just got out from doing a term, and he was fighting an attempt at the time. I'm not sure what happened to him. I was only there passing by. I was already sentenced to do my 10-year term. This was in 2010. So, you know what I'm saying? But throughout the years, I've ran into a lot of op-eds. Actually, I'm forgetting main one, my boy Criminal. He wasn't an op-ed, like as far as he wasn't from Novario, but they called him Criminal, and he was an op-ed. I actually did my first little boop-bop with him. We had a boop-bop the homie Minor in the upstairs shower, and it was me and the homie Criminal went in the shower and boop, started boop-bop, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna end it off right here. I'm about to get ready, go to work. I gotta go to work tonight. Probably gonna do a 14-hour shift. Then I gotta work again tomorrow. Probably gonna do another 12-hour shift. So I just wanted to get this out the way. I know it's rare that I drop on the weekend, but my boy tapped in. He said he wanted to hear my take on as far as the Armenian homies. And my take is, the Armenian homies, man, they with the business, high-headed, ready to go, man. I've never ran into any Armenian that was not with the business and that was not fly. I'm not gonna lie, man. Every Armenian that I've ever ran into was always balling, and like I said, they were always with the business. Unity, prosperity, and respect. But above all, you guys would like to hear something, would like me to touch on something specific, let me know in the comments, and I got you. I know there's one more that I got. Somebody wanted me to touch on it, and it's a little touchy subject, so I want to touch on it when I got the time and when I'm level-headed and not in a little rush, you know what I mean? Because like I said, right now I got to get ready for work. So I appreciate y'all, man. Let's get it.